They're gonna think of the crowd.
Well, they already do, I'm sure.
If they love me though. If not, let's hope they do. They got it.
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy. Just avoid me for a minute or two. Can you do me a favor? Hey, Alice. Can you hear my phone?
Yeah.
Hey, Beck.
Hey,
Last year, I reviewed the Macara Carvera Air, a fully enclosed desktop CNC machine capable of handling
the blanket. So he went out, he goes, I put that blanket in the garbage, I'm going to say about a week ago because it was ripped. So him and, I forget who else, I think it was his brother, went out, videoed it all, opening up the garbage and like checking around and you could see it. So like we called the cops right after that. Like the RCMPs came right out after that. But yeah, it was in the garbage. The RCMPs came out and collected it and all. The bag was still in the garbage bin and the garbage bin was closed.
Cheryl, Christina, it's the first time she's been on my chat and I welcome her. And
we already knew that that's where the backpack was. It says RCMP raid house successfully retrieved the children. Then here on the bottom, somebody apparently is just like us that says, there's nothing here about having found the children. So we're going to see, we'll make a spectacle out of this one here too. This is crime something.
It was from, I guess, from what she says, she was there at the time of the search, and she is affiliated in some way or a friend or something to Malaya. Is that correct, Cheryl?
Yes. I've watched your lives a few times. I just haven't said anything.
Okay, and the only reason I raised this is that Daniel said in the CBC interview that he just recently did that, or the CBC had stated that the dog barks at everything.
I can never hear the dog when I get there.
Lily and Jack Sullivan, a brother and sister, disappeared from Nova Scotia on May the 2nd, 2025. If you're following this case on my channel, you know we've been doing a deep dive into their disappearance.
You ain't been doing nothing.
One right down there right away. So I was there from the get-go of when everything started. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I don't know how it was missed because it was right on like the start of like a logging road or ATV trail.
Everybody welcome Pearl in the house. Hey, look here. Hey, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Become a JSV fan. You'll enjoy yourself here.
Yeah.
And thank you for being here.
Go right by the main Lansdowne Station Road, the dirt road, but yeah.
Okay, all right. And the other half, right, was found in the garbage.
I believe so. I wasn't back at the house for that to know that, but that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, that's what Logan said, and yeah, so.
Which is really peculiar, right? Like, how, if the blanket was put in the garbage, how did it get out of the garbage and half of it get into a tree, right?
And I mean, quite a ways down the road, like down the paved road from where they lived, up a dirt road, a good at least a mile or two. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a head scratcher for anybody, right?
You know, we've watched about all these. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Miss Lee says hello.
I know, I'm over here waiting. I'm not sure if they can see me.
This is it says nothing here about having found nothing either. But we all seen, and I showed where they found the corner piece of the blanket. It wasn't a half of a blanket. It was a corner piece of the blanket. And I have heard so many damn lies. You know, at least now people are popping up comments. 39, matter of fact, said clickbait, nothing here about having found the children. That's right, that's where you need to be. Turn them notifications on and get in here. We never know how it's going to turn out here.
That's true.
Well, we made a spectacle out of numbnuts yesterday, which gives plenty grounds enough to be an arrest for him and Daniel and Malaya and Malaya's mom. And why they're not, I don't know. If they don't work quietly with Malaya, like I said, she'll end up trying to take her own life. They need to do something like, and yes, they are watching my shows. And I give out a little bit too much sometimes, but I don't care. I'd rather tell the truth and get it out there than beat around the bushes, which I'm not going to do that for nobody. But look here, if when they get ready to go after her, which should have already been done, don't go in with lights and sirens and all this rigmarole. Tell them you want to do another investigation with them, and let them sit down there in the room, and next thing you know, let them just think that they're going to get a talking to, then come in and slap the cuffs on them, take them down to the jailhouse. And even if they don't play it that way, she'll try to commit suicide in the jailhouse. And that's too easy for this bunch. I mean, everything has been a lie. And numbnuts, his name Darren or something other. You know, you heard that term, you put your own foot in your mouth. Well, he's gagging on his. He's got his cigar back there. And that's what's got his butt in trouble. Because he claims he knows everything. But yet, someone that knows everything is still wandering the streets. Well, ain't that something? Maybe we need to move to Canada. We get away with a lot of stuff. Well, I mean, you got too many children here, that we've done had about 7 times I can count confessions, and they just they're wanting it to turn into publicity like everybody else was. And they think this is their turn. But Jack and Lily deserves justice. And either way, I mean, they'll get it when Lord comes back anyway. But they don't need their freedom right now. Yeah. Jack and Lily Sullivan. That'd be nice, Beck, if they are.
Kat is asking, how are you and how is Malaya doing?
Things are, well, everything's touch and go. The subject is very, very touchy for family. Malaya's trying to live somewhat of a normal life.
What do you think of that? Malaya is trying to live somewhat a normal life. Now, her children, which I'm not going to say missing anymore, that wrong choice of words, they are not missing. They know what they've done. And now we all know what's happened as well. Why these people are not locked up is beyond me. I mean, I've seen stupid, but this goes beyond that. No, it's not. Trying to live her best life while her babies have been treated the way that they treated them, and come back to check on them, but be too late for that. That's right. That I prayed to God that Meadow gets into a home where it can feel loved and not have to worry with a daggum thing.
She shouldn't be.
But the other day when I had my little temper tantrum in there, I was telling them about throwing up these thumbnails and stuff, but I'm catching people throwing up these comments. I wasn't seeing that before, but now they're saying on each one of them I click on that says clickbait. Nothing here about having found children. So, yeah, it just, when you're dealing with children, it really
gets to you.
Yeah, no, she don't care. She's one of them type of people that never want children in the first place. Yeah. Like I said, if they want children, they need to keep their dadgum legs closed. And there's things out there to prevent all that. And even if you get to the point where you can't control it, you don't know what else to do, take them to a hospital somewhere and say, look, ain't nothing else I can do. You don't have to hurt your children.
Expected to sit in the house and be miserable. She can have a life too, right? She just
in prison.
We don't know what happened. I only know from what I was told. I obviously wasn't there when the kids went missing.
Now wait a minute. You just said you was there for the whole thing. Which is it? You wasn't there or you was? You see how they change it up?
But she deserves to not be ridiculed as well, right?
The hell she don't.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
Not right.
So I'm not sticking up for anybody in this situation.
Yeah, you are.
I know as much as everybody else about what had happened. with the children, right? So yeah. I mean, it's a tragedy. And I think that what adds to it is the time that has gone on, right? That just simply adds to the stress. I mean, if the police would could figure out what happened, and Lily and Jacques could be found, it would give people a sense of at least.
I don't watch other, and I don't watch other YouTube paranormal things like. Now, let me see how to explain this the best way. I like watching paranormal videos, but like going in to like old abandoned buildings and stuff like that. But now I don't watch paranormal videos attached to children or teens or an adult or whatnot. I don't watch that stuff. I don't want to be influenced by nobody. But we have been, and it's something I've not been doing. We've been trying to listen to some of these updates, but every update we've been hearing, every one, and I can go back to the phone and tell you how many. Every one of them was a daggum lie. Every one of them. And with them saying, her saying, don't you agree that she deserves this, that, or some sympathy? Hell no, you don't. That's your children. And you out drinking margaritas on the beach somewhere. Somebody take a leather strap to your ass for about an hour, you'd tell where your children was. If it was back in the good old days, I tell you what, she'd be telling the truth, or she'd be hung to a tree somewhere, or tarred. If y'all don't know what that is, that's where they melt tar and pour it all over you, then they feather you. People didn't play back then when it comes to children. They'd kill you. And people are just taking this like it's candy, just to get views and not taking it serious. That's how come so many children are coming up missing today, is because of the lack of law systems. It's stupid. Like, I got an alert today. I don't know if y'all did or not. I got an alert today, and it was what, a
3-year-old.
What?
3-year-old.
I think a 3-year-old.
And it was in Alabama.
So see, I mean, it's going on everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But it's to the point to where yeah, I'll ask prayer for the children. And every other one as well. They've been caught up. They've been caught up. Before we ask prayer here for these children and all the other children around, I'm going to show y'all something that is just awesome. And I bet you'd never guess what I can do. I can do magic. Okay. You don't believe me? What is? I mean, You know, it's just, I just have a gift. I can just make you disappear. Yes,
We
I
have magic
confess.
tricks.
Yes, I confess I made somebody disappear.
We have magic tricks.
Shame on JD.
That's what happens, though. If you
Yeah.
can't be respectful and you can't be respectful or really just be nice in general, that's what's going to happen, though. Because everybody here's got to be respectful to themselves and everybody here.
Well, let's ask prayer for these children and all the children around the world. I come tonight, we Lord, a bunch of heavy hearts and wondering minds about these missing teens and children and the ones that it's even happening to as we speak. Pray that somebody leads somebody into the right direction so they can be saved from this meanness, this cruelty. And I know and I have faith. That's the two most crucial things that I know about myself. That you know that I have total faith. You said to ask in your name and it shall be done. Please help find these children and please bless the souls of the ones that's already been too late. I ask this in Jesus' name, amen. Welcome. Alice, you like that magic trick? Well, I did too. Hey, look, you never know what JD might have up his sleeve here. Yeah, that's the trouble though. You can't pay them enough. They hide behind a badge and a bunch of cowards. When I was 18-year old, I had handcuffs behind me and run 3 cops down the highway around the square there in Scottsboro. That shows you about how much they are. Only reason they got me because I fell down. Bless you, love.
At least everybody would know what happened, right?
Yeah, it's to the point where it's 2 months too long. As family, like we're hurting over this. Like
You a daggone lie. And I am so tired of them saying 8 weeks or 9 weeks, whatever. This went on a whole week prior, before the 911 call come through. Now, this female nut job here says that she was the one that called 911. That's a lie. Malaya called 911. How many times do people need to be lied to before they start finding out the truth? We done did. They could too if they had took their time to listen. Sometimes all you got to do is shut your mouth, open your ears, and listen. That's all you got to do. 3 simple steps. And these children will tell you everything you need to know. And these adults here are trying to get attention put on them and taken away from the children. And it's pathetic. Okay. Some people like me because I'm up front, and some people don't. And I frankly don't give a damn. These, hey Lisa, babies around the world don't deserve this. Hey, Tanya, I don't care what color you are. I don't give a flip about race. I wouldn't care if you're just purple. If I see somebody mistreating a child, I'm stepping in.
Mhm.
And I might have could have went to jailhouse the other day for doing what I did over here next door, throwing that fella off the porch over there. But it stopped him from hitting that woman. But at least I did my part. I mean, he's lucky that was all it was. I was already wore out there trying to clean my truck out. But, you know, all these babies, teens, even adults that's getting used and abused, especially people with uh, dementia
Dementia,
and people that's in these
Alzheimer's.
nursing homes and assisted livings, they're not treated fairly. Period. Now they'll claim they are up and down the wall, but they're not. I'm tired of all the lies. And another thing I want to mention to everybody too. I know a lot of you new ones might not know unless you've watched on down in the videos, but I've got a friend named Kayla. She she's like a sister to me, and she makes my JSV merch and stuff.
Mhm.
And you know, she does tumblers, cups. She even put my mom on my coffee cup for me that I lost last March 27th. Um, Shirts, cups, uh, tumblers, jewelry, socks, clothing, joggers, hoodies, jackets. Well, her office burnt down the other day, a couple of days ago. We ain't heard why. And it was sitting back about maybe 20 feet from the home, her house. It was a nice little office space they had built, and the machinery we had in there and everything got got burned up. So that's broke her heart. So for the ones that have seen Kayla and knows about her, just keep her in your thoughts. I know it had to hurt her bad. She enjoys doing that stuff, and it's probably gonna take a while before I can start doing anything else, unless I have things sent off and done. I hate having to do that uh, when she's just right down here off the mountain. Bless you. So, like again, you know, everybody could use a prayer. Everybody. Um, when you have total faith without 1 ounce of doubt, you will be blessed in many ways that you can't even count. When you, the Lord's been blessing us up and down, all the way around, all the time. And
Sure has.
there's nothing on this earth that could change my faith in the good Lord. Nothing. And I know all this badness going on to these children. And it ain't just these. There's children all around the world. Like that couple of boys was on a road trip or something with some friends and found their bodies up in a wooded area. I forget where it was, up in Colorado somewhere or something. They thought they were going there to hang out or something. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I did a session and one of them told me that he believed that it was planned out. So it's so easy to be mean, but it seems like it's so hard just to be good for one day. That ain't nothing but the devil trying to work at you. The more you fight that, the more it'll become the norm. The less you'll have that in your mind, the feelings that you have. You have to make your whole self feel at at peace with only the Lord. Something crazy, stupid pops up in your mind. Just do like I do. Say, look, hey, I'll turn that over to you. And that's the end of it. But it takes faith. Faith is the strongest power on the face of this earth. Don't think so. Wait till the end of time and you'll see. Yeah, you got your tumbler.
That's good.
If you got to take a picture now and put that necklace on, walk by faith, not by sight. You got that right. Yeah, it's everything. The machinery, everything. All the them rolls of things, that we put on the shirts and hoodies and all of it. Everything in there burnt plumb down to the block under it. Your Aunt Aline fell and broke her arm. Oh, bless her love. Pray that she gets to feeling better quick. I pray that she's going. I don't know if she had insurance on it or not. I believe they have on the house, um, but she hasn't said yet if she had it on there. I don't know. I figured last couple of days. It's only been a couple of days, maybe three. Um, uh, I hadn't really wanted to just come right out and ask her about it. She'll tell me. Uh, they're how much is them tumblers?
Those tumblers?
Yeah, 35, ain't it?
I think so.
35, I think. Only ones I got left now is this one,
The ones that we have in this house.
this one, this one, and a white one in there. No, I still got a brand new white one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's
So the
mine.
ones we
This
have.
one I always use.
And
So
one I always use, of course, though, too.
So I guess four of them.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
Um, I may end up.
We do still have necklaces, though.
Yeah, we got jewelry and stuff. I may. I'm gonna ask her if she does or did have insurance on it. If not, I may start her a GoFundMe page and let her get that back going because she's done so much uh, for the JSV fams and for me. And when we've been at our lowest, this is the God's honest truth. Lay me down to die right now. I'm telling a story. she's went to town and brought us a couple bags of food before. That is a wonderful lady, and she'd give her shirt off her back to anybody. But I'm gonna find out first if she's got insurance. She does. It should replace everything. Well, it probably won't replace the materials and things, but probably the machinery and the building itself. But she's had so many plans of new ideas to put on things. It's just unreal. So, and if you want one, Tanya, holler at me.
It's like, it's a lot. And I mean, there's been a lot of things going around that's very much misinformation. Like, people are just wild in the Facebook groups. I've stayed quiet.
Thank you, Haley.
I ain't said crap on Facebook.
Yeah.
You probably don't want me to either. Hey, Reese. You feeling all right now, Reese?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
like I'm
doing
in
all
them,
right?
but I stay quiet because I have a son at home that I still need to keep life normal for him, right? But people are starting to figure out who I am, how I'm connected. So I figured, I would give my peace of mind and what I know, because people are starting to message and ask. But
We done heard that bunch of mess.
I just want to say, Cheryl, it really seems that you're sharing conflicting information between Logan and you. Like, it sounds like
Logan.
I don't want to sound rude, but like you're saying false things a little bit. And
like what?
well, you said about you were like coming in here to correct people about the blanket.
Yes,
And
I'll hit you
because it
with
was
that
on the
first.
railing. That's what I was told.
But if you were
But
there,
it was on the
pick it from the
railing.
garbage.
Or in the garbage.
You-
That's
Hey, hold on. We need people to just speak
Tell
one at a time
The truth.
so that everybody in the chat can hear.
Oh, Susan.
No, that's okay. It gets really confusing for people that are trying to listen to. Yeah.
See, they're not.
When it came time to take things to the next,
They are not saying anything that has any kind of significance about the children. If I get it up there, it'll stay. Raid house. Welcome home. See, RCMP, raid house, something other. And then when you click on it, it'll tell you down here that it's clickbait. So that was the first thing that popped up. Let's see what RCMP, that's that same one, said they immediately took action. Yeah, of course they did. Let's see here. Shocking turn. This changes everything. Clutch them pearls. Watching. Clutch them pearls. Watching. Last design hidden in a fog has a tidbit update on her channel. Aimlessly. Did I not see a pearls in here a while ago?
I thought you did.
Surely I ain't that tired to losing memory that much. I could have swore. Yeah, I heard Pearl too, or seen Pearl. You know, we gave all the. Hang on just a second. We have gave all that Summer has said. When it was JD's paranormal, a lot of that come off. But when I started back with JSV, I started back fresh again with Summer from the very get go. And through both times, through the years, she's not changed one thing that she's ever said. And bad part about it is everything that she went through even before that, and she's touched hearts all the way around the world. I've had people from each part of the globe comment about Summer. That's the way that. Yeah, I was talking about the one in chat. That one that's on there. See, I just don't. Cause I don't listen to stuff like that one. I listen to updates like through the, that you should be able to rely on, like the crime watch or twisted crime or whatever it is. Something you should be able to um, really get some truth from, but it's not. It keeps twisted. Uh, Even like I said, I would if I had a dog and it went missing, I wouldn't have nobody up there chasing my dog trying to find him.
Yeah.
My whistle would be good enough. But even when the authorities are talking, it's like they put on a good show, but they're not feeling it. You kind of see what I'm saying? Yeah.
I know the truth. I didn't kill Lily and Jack.
From the very first moment Lily and Jack Sullivan slipped away, we've been inundated with every conceivable theory. Footprint in the mud, drone footage, doorbell camera clips, family interviews, armchair sleuthing. Yet the case remains stubbornly stalled. Until 5 minutes ago, when the RCMP revealed a single, game-changing detail that transforms this from sprawling search into a tightly focused investigation. I won't rehash how they vanished or retrace every dead-end lead. Instead, we're zeroing in on the hidden clue that the RCMP reluctantly released, one that may point directly to the children's whereabouts and the person responsible. If you believe in justice for Lily and Jack, hit subscribe now and leave your prayers for them in the comments below. Because tonight, the truth is finally within reach. It all hinges on a single boot print discovered on the morning of May 3rd, along the natural gas pipeline corridor, just over 1 kilometer from the Sullivan driveway on Glock Road. Initial reports mention a child-sized print, but details.
Good deal. See that, I've said before, and as long as we're working for Jack and Lily, I'm going to have to keep saying it. That single boot print that matched Lily's boot print, it was more than 2 inches deep. And it's no shocker that somebody took that boot out there and pressed it down in that mud. Um, there's no way that baby did that. Now she might have been on the roof of a car and jumped off and made it like that, but there's no way she made that boot print. And then they tried to fall back on that, but they ended up finding it in the living room under the sofa. Now they've been burning baby's toys and all this stuff, and it's like, they found bloody underwear for a little girl. He claimed it didn't have nothing to do with with Lily, and found some other stuff, socks and something else, and they done searched them places, and that stuff wasn't there to start with. Well, their next go around, they found like a little arbor built, like a little hut like thing that a child would love to play in, But it was so wooded up that dogs couldn't even get to it. So a bunch of guys moved all that wood and looked in there, and there was some toys and whatnot, and even the corner piece of the blanket was in there. And one of Lily's dolls had one of Lily's dresses on it. And it had been on there through the weather, that it was just like it was mended onto it. Now, that was probably around the 5th or 6th search that they did that, in the same footsteps that they took to start with. So yeah, everything that was out there, I believe that the children were. Now this is my belief. People can believe what you want, that's you. I believe when Daniel said that Malaya snapped, I think she did something to the children. I think she panicked and freaked out and thought that she did the worst. And I think that while they were probably unconscious, I believe they were probably taken out there and to the mother's camper for a while, and till they all sit down and try to figure out a plan to get out of this mess. And then right after that, then that's when they found the boot print. Well, Rose said that they were in the back. So I guess the back seat or the back of the truck or whatever it was. And said that apparently they were waking up, because I plainly heard Jack and Lily speaking. And the guy's voice that was speaking at the time while driving was Numbnut, this Darren filler. They can't tell me I didn't hear it, and y'all heard it too. I think that's when they let Malaya out of the vehicle. She didn't want to see, hear, or know anything else about it. Now, if it's correct from a 6-year-old, uh, said something about a basement or something kind of looked like a tank, and said that a mattress was dirty, and something about a, a chain or something. And I said, where you got taken to, was it dark? And right away she says yes. And I said, did anybody give you some food, water? Very little, very little. Kind of ways around the way she was saying it. Um, but then Jack speaks up and said that he was whipped and choked. And everybody on here that night heard it, plain as day. He's loud when he talks. We cannot unhear that. Then we hear a statement say that, I believe it was from Lily, said that finally free, found by the FBI. Now, if that's the case, like I said, it's going to take a few weeks for them to even go ahead and make sure everything is 100% legit and right down to the T before they do anything to give it out to the public. And I think right now, with nothing being said other than RCMP, I believe the reason why FBI is not speaking, or nobody's speaking of the FBI, and only Lily did, is because they're trying to make sure they can find the cause, and you know how it works, the whole 9 yards, and it does take time. It does take time. That's the bad part about it. I pray that, because sometimes you have to read between the lines with the spirit. It could be just like I said, we're free, and FBI found us. But then again, we heard under dirt. We heard something, a barrel with a lid or a piece of wood on top of it covered or something. I think they've tried about everything possible. So, if fact FBI has found the children, everything that comes up of YouTube is going to be click, every bit of it, clickbait. That's why I'll listen to it, call them out on their lies, but then I do my own. I turn the spirit box on and I listen for these children. And some days it's real good. Yesterday was hit and miss. Some days Jack speaks more than her. Some days she speaks more than Jack. But when you hear their little voices, you know it. It'll run through your veins, that's for sure. And all this clickbait stuff if people really want to learn uh, reverse psychology or anything about the paranormal and afterlife and what takes place during and after, this is a place to be to learn these things. And I guess that's why I got 98% female fan base, because you guys are willing to learn. That's why I always say women are smarter than men. I just have to say that, Andy. Uh, Now we may know more about fishing, but they women are smarter than men by far.
Thank you, baby. I had to right there.
Details were scant until now. In a terse bulletin issued 5 minutes ago, investigators confirmed that the print was captured with high resolution.
Hey, I hang in there with the best of them. Look here, let me tell you something. Between fishing, hunting, tracking, look here, hey, run a string, hey, look, I've done it ever since I was 5, 6 years old. I can live off cricket, but now when it comes to book smarts and whatnot, I'm screwed. I am totally screwed. There you go.
What's in your tumbler?
What?
What's in your tumbler?
Tea, I think.
Thank you.
I don't know. You may have. I don't know. I got a cousin that's a fishing guide. He takes people out to certain good honey holes, and
That's cool.
they pay him good money to do it too.
3D scanning and matches the unique tread pattern of the Steel Guard ZR300 industrial work boot. This model is not a generic mass market shoe. It's sold almost exclusively to forestry crews and pipeline maintenance workers in Nova Scotia's rural zones. Zero is distributed through only 2 local dealers, Woodward Safety Supplies in Stellarton. Records show that between March of this year, just 87 pairs were sold across Pictou County. RCMP has now subpoenaed credit card and purchase logs from both vendors and is cross-referencing them with gas station CCTV and speed camera data on the back roads leading to the pipeline corridor. This narrows the suspect field from thousands of hikers and locals to under a dozen individuals, anyone whom can hold the key to Lily and Jack's fate. In missing child investigations, a boot print is far more than a footprint. It's a forensic signature. Dr. Elaine Chun, a University of Toronto criminologist specializing in trace evidence, explains that the ZR300SO has a proprietary hexagon pattern with a 7mm depth variance not found in generic industrial boots. When you scan that in 3D, you get a digital map that can be cross-linked to a narrow inventory. It's akin to ballistics for footprints. Indeed, 3D scan specialists at the RCMP's National Forensic Lab compared the print's dimensions against a database of over 1,200 tread patterns and concluded it could only match the ZR300 line. They also analyzed soil samples embedded in the print, clay, sawdust, and pipeline-grade lubricant, confirming the wearer had recently worked on or near active pipeline maintenance. That ties the print directly to the very stretch of land where volunteers found fragments of Lily's blanket days earlier, undercutting theories that the blanket drifted there by accident. The RCMP's
It didn't drift there by accident because it was found in that little arbor.
Supply chain investigators have traced each of the 87 ZR300 sales back to individual buyers. Of those, 37 were purchased with company corporate accounts, e.g., Nova Scotia Energy Corp. 27 were bought with personal credit cards but linked to pipeline project credentials, and 23 were paid in cash. Transactions now flagged as high priority. Cash purchasers are particular interest because they cannot be immediately tied to employer logs or time cards. Investigators believe the children may have been taken by someone who wanted to remain off the books outside typical shift schedules. Next steps. RCMP has already secured warrants to obtain cell tower ping data for all 87 buyers on the morning of May 2nd. They're also seeking speed camera footage from 3 rural intersections connecting to the pipeline service road. If a suspect arrived in a white pickup truck, as several neighbors reported seeing at dawn, plate batch data could further narrow the list from 87 names to 3 to 5. Remember the torn blanket said to belong to Lily? Early media reports dismissed it as debris swept by rain. But forensic fiber analysts at Dalhousie University have re-examined the fragment under polarized microscopy and chemical dye tests, concluding it matches the exact fuzzy pile we've sold exclusively by a small crafts outlet in nearby Trenton. Coincidentally, that same outlet's purchase logs reflect several orders placed in early April by pipeline crew supervisors, who also picked up ZR350 boots at Woodland Outfitters. This convergence, blanket fragment and boot print, strengthens the theory that someone intentionally planted the blanket to mislead police dogs.
You reckon? I mean, everything has been put out to lead everybody in the wrong directions and, just waste time, everybody's resources, people getting hurt. They didn't care. They still don't care. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. We're not going to do another search. Apparently they did get a search warrant and look in the camper, but they had plenty of time to clean it out and whatnot. But they could still, if the children were in the camper at any point in time, there's 100% chance that no matter how well they cleaned, they would still be a little bit of DNA there. And if it matches anything that they've got, then that's it. But on the other end, right now, they got more than enough evidence to hold them. I mean, if they go ahead and start locking them up, they're going to sing. They're going to sing like birds. Want to get lesser time than the other, and this and that, and stuff. And next thing you know, they know what to do. They go in there and say, "Well, I talked to so and so, and they told us this, and you trying to tell us this, so go ahead and tell us the truth." They know how to do it because they can't keep one story straight. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Andy. I mean, that gummit, yeah, but he let it slip. He let it slip. If they don't allow him to finish what his goal is, see, they're listening to what they say, but not how they say it. He said, if they don't let me finish my goal of what I'm needing to do, no one will ever find them kids again. And I will tell the main source of who told me. Well, that would be a lie because he already knows. But he's willing to spill the beans if he can't get to the money. Now that's all that that's all that boils down to. He couldn't weasel his way into them, so now he thought he could be big nose, numb nuts, and tell a little of this and a little of that and give half truths, and apparently he could work his way in. They still ain't accepting him. So if it keeps on, he'll end up telling who said what and everything else. And, that we know who all it's going to be. It's going to be Malaya. It's going to be him, Daniel. It's going to be Malaya's mom. It's going to be Daniel's mom. It's going to be Malaya's friends. Everyone that knew. Everyone. And, there's no reason not to have them locked up at the moment. Yes. Blood, yes. And you might want to put in there, Sabina, this is tender subject, Sam. That's what I'm fixing to say is a good thing I'm not in Canada, put it that way. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be blunt about it. And I don't give a damn who likes it. If you like the truth, you'll enjoy being here at JSV. If you don't, I can tell you don't like the truth and you'll be gone. They were talking pretty good. We had them going good. And I asked Lily, did mom come in to wake y'all up, for school and stuff? And she said, no, he did. And I said, did he shake you and wake you up that way? And she said, no, with his finger. And then a few seconds later down, I heard, it hurts. And then somebody here brought it to my attention that they found a pair of bloody panties that belonged to a child size of her. Now, there's no other children around that area. I mean, they would have to walk. You're going on 3 miles to get there. But backpack, and see, we knew about the backpack to begin with. It was in the garbage. Then he claimed that it was in the woods. They would have been brown by now. He knows that Daniel did. Daniel put the backpack in the garbage. Now, all of these things led up to all this. So not only what they had to endure at the last tail end, but how long was it that they have dealt with this situation? Because only parents or whatnot, people that's on drugs and dope and drinking and carrying on, are the type of people that just slap and hit or push out of the way or kick, children out of the way and just be mean and hateful. And I have it right here that says that he's a maniac and they both did it and said that probably will be naked when buried. Let's see, what was the other part? I know there's some new ones on. Let's see. Yeah, probably going to be naked when buried. It is cold. They nearly found us Jack, I can't believe what's happened to us. Yes, I wanted my mom. Yeah, my road. And then when I heard Malaya say something along the lines of, "I didn't know that they were dead," and I wrote it down before they realized what had happened. See, with her out there spending the best of her lifetime, well, the children were sitting there uh, wasting away, kind of deal. Uh, Jack loved, yeah, and footstep, me. Hey, yeah, my family is mean as him. Both were. I have been Jack to Lansdowne Station. There's a lake. There was a. It was a bad home. Yep, Cody, uh, and then cousin uh, at home. Yeah, daddy, mom. Yeah, mean. Once touched my finger. From Rose, I hear them crying. It smells here. Yep, yep. I knew he was going to. Uh, Rose said, I see mud. It was both. Jack liked doing puzzles in my room. Lily said something about her neck. I needed mom. Um, yep. And then Woods, and then Lily. Wanted grandma. Party. Did it in the shed. In a truck. Mom, dad. It was cold. Did mom. Didn't want either of us. Teeth. Jack, grandma. Yeah, tied a shirt around him. Yeah, no grandma. Yeah, he knew, and then broken neck, fell, and then got in too deep. Can't swim. In bed, and each other. Well, I guess they got their wish because we're not here anymore. Lost color. Yeah, they're blue. Yeah, remote area. About a mile and a half in, and it's about a mile and a half from where they're at to that old farm, that old home place. Um, was Yala something Jack had on, and then said for Lily said too much blood. Um, Smells now. Seen a plane. The little boy was funny. Yeah, sadly they look very sickly. Uh, they lied. They were in the back. He was angry, uh, smothered, and then pillow, and then I believe this spot here said it. They did. Yep, both. And I, I was trying to figure out if they were saying pillow or meadow, but when the word smothered come out from that woman, then I know that meant what the pillow was for. But I also believe that they are saying uh, meadow. Uh, Lily was injured a little bit. Uh, and there's another name here, uh, Brianna. And then there's a name here, Logan, and another guy named Nathan. Rural area, hurt. They all agreed on it. I seen them in the room on a Friday. They missed, and I'm sure talking about school. They waited. I'm talking about before they called authorities. And it did it boyfriend. I know they're together at the house. Hidden head. Yeah, it's true. Mom didn't want to see us ever again. Yeah, I can't believe it. This happened. Mom was always angry. He was always angry. Um, Mom was bad to Jack. To Jack, they both did it. Backyard, uh, pillow. Uh, there, Ken. He's down a little. He's down a little from Jack. Um, I Ken was in yard. Dad Lily at Deep Point, hurt because angry beat. They both need felony for both 1 to 2 feet in. Yeah, inside of mom, yeah, her friends. That's him. That's right. Did, yeah. Killed them. I did. Pillow. There's he's pretending. He lied. He faked everything. He lied. He faked everything. Grandma was there. So, I mean, it's pretty, it's pretty bad when your own kids tell on you, you know. So they can't nobody tell me that these children hadn't had nothing but a rough life. And it's sick. It's sickening, you know. Yep, that's just like a baby. If a baby bends its elbow, you know its mouth's open. Hmm. No, blood just don't show up. No, things were going on in there, and I think that night well, not that night, a week prior, they were probably angry about money situation, him seeing someone else, her seeing someone else, and apparently he's been staying the nights there, and money, drugs, the whole 9 yards. I'm sure she snapped on the children and put them somewhere, and when they come back and checked, well, it's just probably too late. Um, that many cows around that property. My parents that put up pictures of the kids when they were younger, and good pictures are hiding something. So that wasn't shown until after the fact. Yeah, the parents said those kids wouldn't have went across the road. They both lie because how would they even know that they didn't? That's right. Why didn't CPS take them children away? Uh, because they were already gone. See, now the first time they ever come out, they should have went ahead and took them. We wouldn't be in this situation now. But thing it was is Malaya tried to keep the kids out of everything. They only had a little bit of the schooling that like at preschool kind of deal, and maybe kindergarten or such for uh, Lily. And as soon as they started asking the kids questions at school, well, they jerked them out of school, said that they wasn't going to take them back to school because Lily had a cough. Well, that was a week prior. Nobody's seen or heard of them children since. They claimed that they were seen with family out at a store somewhere. Well, they went proof that they were ever seen anytime the week prior of this. So they had a full week to do all the hiding and cleaning up they could do. Yeah, she would have. Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, it turns my daggone stomach, boy. Ooh, I'm fed up with listening to that bunch of mess. Let's get down to business. See here. Let's let it play for just a little bit and see what we hear. Kind of like what we did yesterday. Uh, I, I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, even the nurse commented, said that she hadn't seen Jack and Lily. So if she would have been sniffing and a coughing and a carrying on, they would have sent her to the nurse there to school. And she said she ain't seen no hiding the hair of her. So they yanked her out first time they started asking any kind of questions. They got them out of there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you pour me a glass of milk, please. I'm telling you, get out of here, you son of a
I'm
bitch.
gonna fall.
I'm telling you, it's not as easy as you think. Guy said, "Is she okay?" I don't know.
Oh no. That was not easy.
Let them wind down. I'm talking so much, and then we'll get into it here. Yeah. You knew he was faking it. Take some photos and send them to me. Okay, what? Mom, let 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 the babies keep speaking. Mhm. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Hear me, loves. Talk to me. Can you tell me about Mom and Grandma and Daniel? Socks were on the feet. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Talk to me. Tell me about Meadow. Tell me about Mom and Daniel. Yesterday, I believe I heard one of you say that FBI had found you. Is this correct? Or did you hear someone say that they hope FBI finds you? Where are you now, Jack and Lily? Jack and Lily Sullivan, hear me, love. Can you tell me where you are now? Jack, there's nothing. What do you mean, Rose? There's nothing. Hey, love. Rose, what do you mean? Wish you wouldn't say that. Lily Sullivan, can you tell me where you think you are? Can you tell me if you're around people, if you are still in the dark? Because if we can find your location, unless the FBI has found you, well, that would be a good rumor, but it need to be true. Lily Sullivan, what can you see around you right now, love? Rose, I'm gonna call on you on this. Rose, what can you see around Jack and Lily Sullivan right now? You said sent off body? They did. Is it true? Is it true that authorities have found Jack and Lily? Rose? I understand too late. Rose, I need a direct answer, love. Has Jack and Lily been found and taken by authorities? Have they found were they in the old farm home in a basement? Where was Jack and Lily when Malaya was out having a good time? Rose, where was the chained ankle and scared? Yeah. Rose, where was Jack and Lily when Malaya was out living her good life? Lily, shush. Lily said that they were in the dark for a while. Did you say a black bin? Like a bin, like something you can put water in? It's been told that they're in arm's reach and maybe a mile and a half to 2 miles from the regular home. Have Jack and Lily Sullivan been anywhere near some from the train tracks there at any time? Have they been? Yeah. Have they been taken out? Yeah, that'd be good. Have they been taken out of where they've been of where they've been hidden and placed somewhere where authorities can find them at this point? From where Jack and Lily is right now, can you see a train track? When Mom said she didn't know that the worst had come, when she come checked on the kids, where was the children? Where did Malaya come to check on the children? Once I heard someone say something about under the front porch, but I'm talking about when Malaya came and checked on the kids for the last time and realized that it was too late, where did she go to check on the kids? What location was that? Could only see with a light.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask one more time.
Yeah.
And Jack and Lily, tell me straight up, has Jack and Lily Sullivan been found by authorities? Let her speak. They moved them. They was what? Hurt. Okay. I'm gonna ask this again and try to pay attention, Rose. Stay focused. Did authorities find Jack and Lily? Were Jack and Lily together? Rose? Me? Yeah, what? You said found them laying. I know you did. I just heard you. Did they try to cover Jack and Lily up? Maybe in a shallow grave or something? Did they take them out of the darkness and bring them outside? I heard both of them say yesterday, outside. Blanket what? Was shoved on what shelf? Did you say in a camper? Y'all don't get off track here. Y'all don't get off track. I'm gonna ask one more time. I want clarification. Has any authorities found Jack and Lily Sullivan yet. Okay. Pamela's okay. When Malaya came back to check on the kids, it was already too late, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's turned to a crime. Thank you. Thank you guys. I don't know if I think the children had probably just heard the term FBI. Then again, it could have been FBI that found them, but they are declaring that yes, that they have, and that they were brought outside. Um, that one clip that we watched when they finally got to go back on the property with a search warrant. They got to go in the trailer, search the property and the camper, and they may have even got uh, uh, authority to go to that old homestead place. Um, it's sad here. You know, Angela, I don't understand how she could not say say something. I mean, I know she don't want to because of the fact it's going to take her life. But people that do this like this right here, they're not going to give them the death penalty. They said they didn't even have it up in Canada. So she's just going to rot in prison. Go ahead and take your punishment. Get it. I mean, once they close in on them, they ain't going to have no daggone freedom anymore anyway. So that's why the friends keep saying she's trying to live out her best life. Because she didn't have no best life with Daniel. And whoever boyfriend is, maybe she likes him a little better, I guess, but she would turn her back on him too. A woman, I tell you what, like I said, nowadays you get caught cheating, the woman, sometimes even the man, will end up being found on the side of a bluff somewhere with their throat cut. People's getting where they will not tolerate that crap. And her telling her partner that he could stay the night because she's having to work late. How would that have made Daniel feel? After trying to protect her all this time.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the payout here proves 3 to 4 things. Um, they were kept somewhere in the dark. Um, they have been moved. And I'm sure once they're talking about the vehicle, once out of wherever they were from in the darkness. Yesterday they both said outside. So I'm sure that was pretty bright to them, even in spirit. Um, I said, could it be that just maybe it's a shallow grave or something? And I believe I heard the term, yeah. Um, uh, in my mind, I'm wondering if Lily is just saying FBI because she's heard that so much. It could have been a passerby, just walking some trails back there and seen some mounds and turned it in. Who knows? Um, oh, you go, man. There ain't no children in here. Um, don't need nobody be here under 18.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I it's a good thing I'm not in Canada. Trust me. Now, we've got proof of what these children just said. And yeah, it might not have been just, like I said, FBI. Maybe she just thought it was because she heard it so much. And it's not abnormal for somebody to go walking through the woods and stumble across a couple of mounds and could find a body somewhere. That's not unusual. I mean, that makes the only logic sense that's been told since this began. Yeah, all over the world. Um, it's it's been from you know now a mother put her babies in a oven. One little girl, she was about probably 14, 15-year old, I guess, and her dad, I guess it was. Um, no, I think it was somebody at a party where she'd win or something other had put a pistol in her and pulled the trigger. So it's got to where it's just disgraceful all the way around, no matter how you look at it. If this is the case, and even if they just found a little bit of remains or just a little bit of clothing or whatever, it may not have been a whole body. It may be just something of Lily and Jack's that they found. But yesterday, when she said that like she was happy. She said, finally free. Y'all heard it. It was like a ton of bricks lifted off of her. She didn't say it with no bad tone. She was happy. And, you know, I wished everybody would just quit even listen to these update things, because if when it's real, when it turns out to be real, and they put this out on to the public before it ever hits social media like this, it would be on a news channel. Um, Now again, they you can pick up energy without one being deceased, but apparently, with doing whatever they thought they did, stop that when they let Malaya out the vehicle. I guess when the children wake coming back from being unconscious, uh, I bet when they woke up, that's when they were in the dark, just like they said yesterday. But then been moved again. Even if they were found and was not deceased, it would be because the good Lord let them cling to life with just a matter of minutes or seconds from death. And when something tragic happens like this, I can still pick up the energy just like if they were already deceased. Um, so we know they were hidden, they were malnourished, they were abused. And if so, anybody has found the children, and more than likely that's the case because everybody's throwing up chasing tail crap, talking about the parents, talking about numbnuts, talking about the grandma on the biological side. They're not wanting to talk about the babies. FBI will not put out to the public anything about anything or who's going to be charged for the crime until they have everything right down to the T. It's going to be a slow go, and everything that we're going to hear is going to be a bunch of BS. And I'm fed up with it. I think we need to just start talking back to the source and let that be it. They cannot keep letting these monsters run free. Okay. I mean, right now is going to be the only freedom that they'll ever have. And I bet if Malaya listened to this tonight, if they don't hurry, she would end up taking her own life. That's the only downfall about these things, doing spirit box sessions with children that will tell on your ass. And not to make light of the situation, but for you new ones that's here, I can give you an example. I did a session for a woman that uh, her and her sister took jewelry off their dead mom in her coffin and had her little sister to hide it, and said that she didn't know how that her sister passed. Well, when I was doing the session for her, come find out they were sleeping in the same bed together, and her sister smothered to death. Had that old COPD and asthma and all that, and somehow the cord got crinkled and she passed. And I felt that, and I near about passed plumb out. I feel what they feel. And let me tell you something. When I got off that live, I gave that woman an earful. I told her I better not even see her on, period. Oh, how they on her ass so quick it'd make her mom's head spin. I do not like people lying on the deceased. That's why now what we need to do is stop listening to rumors and these here twisted things that they throw up, like I said, throw up a good thumbnail, just like saying that they rescued the kids and stuff, and one time rescued them up in New York, and now they rescued them from this house, and so but it's all clickbait, It's just not hearing from the source, and I am. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing what they all do. I want to hear from them. And we can learn 10 times more through the deceased and a whole lot quicker. Yeah, I'd lay my life down for any child, too. Yes, Tanya. Yeah. Well, like I said, you know, Malaya, Daniel, Daniel's mom, Malaya's mom, uh, his brother, um, Cody's mom, um, uh, what's her name? Her friend, Haley, and that other one. So right there's 9 right off the top. Well, 10 because of numbnuts. So that's 10 people that could be charged with withholding evidence. And yeah, now a lot of them won't get a stiff sentence like the majority. Now, Daniel and Numbnuts and Malaya and Daniel's mom and Malaya's mom will end up getting, you know, a good sentence. But Numbnuts and Malaya uh, and Daniel will get life without the possibility of parole. So, and that's what they know. And what's blowing their mind is that they can sit right here and listen to everything that's down to the T of what they did and what's happened to these children. Uh, these children don't know right from wrong. They're not old enough. Um, Now, these children are smarter than people give them credit for. And she's understanding a good bit now. And when I finally got the answer out that they have been moved outside, well, somewhere is going to have a lot of DNA. And I would say I would go back into that camper and I would go to that old farmhouse and I would start walking that trail beside that pipeline with a cadaver dog. And maybe that's what they did. And that's why Lily sounded like she's so happy to just be free. And it's terrible to have to find freedom in death. And I still cannot say 100% they are deceased. I can't. I'd be in the wrong to. But if they are, if indeed they are better off than any of us. And look here, when Lord comes back and they all have to answer for this, I I like for the Lord to let me just hear a little bit of it. I tell you what, you can't hurt these children and just get by with it. It will not work. It's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. Yeah, craziness. Hey, Patricia. Uh, no, that one was just her friend Haley talking about what she knew about the whole thing. And at first, she said she was there, watched everything, even the fight, and they run them off. And then just a second or two after that, she said she didn't know what in the world happened to Jack and Lily. So she ain't nothing but a liar neither. She knows what happened. Her other friend knows what happened. So, yeah, at least 10 already know 100% on it. Um, I think I think I need a day break from this. I think tomorrow we will just do uh, JD's live, and we'll chit chat a little while and hang out, and may let you guys call out to uh, some loved ones and whatnot. Just to ease my mind off a little bit. You know what I mean? I hope all of you understand that. Um, but I'm trying to just have just a day of just spending time with you guys and not trying to get depressed again about these children and other children. Um, and who knows? I would like for some of the new ones to be able to hear from their loved ones, as well. Um, yeah, no, it ain't gonna go away. No, no, see, no, um, no. The only time that I seen anybody throw up on one of them updates said an arrest is coming soon, and I mean, even us sitting here has done heard so many confessions and some graphic detail. I don't know. I don't know. I know people from all around the world watch these shows right here, and they should take it to heart. Put in some earbuds. Listen to these children. Listen to what Rose is having to say. I love y'all. She got to be at work at 11. I got to take my sister to get a part or some bolts for her starter on the truck. And then when I get back, I will go live. So whenever that be, 11, 12, 1, probably around 1:30, something like that.
Maybe.
Prayingly. So if y'all up, whatnot, just look, hey, jump on. And you new ones, thank you for being here. Share with your friends and family. One of these days, they may need to hear from a loved one as well.
Maybe.
So thank you for being here and being part of JSV. Please subscribe and hit the like button.
Just send in a picture.
Yes. Love you guys.
So you can be right over there.
That's right. Good
I was
night.
pointing towards the wrong area.
Good night, love.